Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be chatting and testing out a ton of brand new makeup launches. I did one of these like last month. You guys seem to really enjoy it, so I thought I would do this again just to kind of give some first impressions on some new makeup and see how it looks on the face, how it wears throughout the day. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start the face off with my favorite primer of the moment, which is my Hourglass Vanish. I'm trying like a newer foundation, so I wanted to use a really good primer. So I actually brought this one with me to Disney, and it pretty much held my foundation up all day long. I didn't get too oily, which was awesome. So I've really been loving this one, especially for oily skin. So this is gonna be our base today. Definitely one of the best primers I have tried. It's pricey, but to me, it's worth it when it can make my makeup look flawless all day long in Florida humidity. And it was pretty warm. So if you guys didn't know, I am back home now from my trip. I think I was talking about going there in my last kind of trying new makeup. So next we'll move over to foundation. I did pick up the new Makeup Forever HD Skin. This isn't my like first impression of this. I've tried it a couple times now, but I did want to do a good wear test with it today, especially with this primer. So this is their updated formula. They've now redone this foundation a couple times. It's supposed to be a skin-like finish, I think a medium coverage as well, and just kind of look very natural on the skin. So I grabbed the shade 1 in 14. It seems to be working okay. I'm pretty fair right now. I don't have any tan or anything, so we'll see if it might be a little bit dark, but we will make it work. Actually, before I do that, I want to pop open this Sigma box here. I just got their new color correctors in new powder, so I kind of want to try the color corrector to see how that will work on any of my blemishes. I wanted to do that first, just to have that down and then apply my foundation over it. I'm going to use the Sigma Soft Blend Concealer brush that they sent over for this, and I'll just dip in to the light to medium. So I just have some spots down here that I want to conceal a bit more, just to kind of make things a little more even, since this foundation that we're going to use is not full coverage and I do not have the most perfect skin, so we'll see how this goes. It seems to be covering very well. It's hiding that redness right away. I'm going to just put a little bit on my nose as well. So these are the color correcting duos. This is what they look like. They just launched on Sigma. I am a Sigma affiliate, so I do have a discount if you guys want to use my affiliate link. I think it's 10%. And I do like this brush for applying that too. I'm also going to use it, I think, under the eyes as well. So now we will go in with the foundation. So I'm using about a pump and a half, I would say, of product. And we will apply this straight to the skin and blend out. What I do like about this foundation is it is very lightweight, so you barely feel it on the skin, so it does give a true skin kind of feel. It has a little bit of like a paint smell. I've noticed that some foundations do have that, so it just kind of smells like makeup. It's not super strong though, but I think adding that corrector beforehand really helped kind of make my skin look even more flawless than it would have with just the foundation on. This is how it looks on me. I feel like it does have a little bit more of a matte finish because I did use that primer beforehand. Otherwise, the other times I've used it, it has a little bit more of a just natural, almost a little dew to the skin. Not bad. But yeah, it looks really good off the bat. It's definitely a medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's quite full, but adding the concealer in definitely gives it that full coverage appearance. So that is how it looks on application. And I'm just adding a little bit more of that corrector to those blemishes. And I found that if I dip my finger in, I get even more coverage with that. But since I put my foundation on top, it moved it around just a bit. I am quickly applying some primer here because I'm going to skip on over to the eyeshadow. I like to do my eyeshadow after foundation, before concealer and everything. And I'm so excited about the palette we are using today. So I just got my Glamlite in Hershey's order in the mail. If you guys are unfamiliar, Glamlite, they make a lot of food themed palettes and a lot of the food themed makeup as well, but they're really known for their eyeshadow palettes, and they're more of an indie brand, so they're independently owned and they have really good quality. And they just did a Hershey's collab, and this is one of the palettes that came in this little Kisses. It literally looks like a bag of Hershey's Kisses. That is so much fun. I read that this is the owner of Glamlite's like dream collab, and she got to achieve it. They've worked with Michaela from TikTok. They did a collab with Icy as well, the Icy drinks, so they've been killing it. I cannot wait to try out this palette. So it opens up like this. It's even resealable, so you can keep the bag if you want. And you have your little kiss. Oh my gosh, the packaging design of this is so good. I wanted to try out the milk chocolate one. I did purchase a couple of the other ones. I bought the almond and also the cookies and cream, which is the blue one. So have quite a few to try out. But this one was definitely my must buy because it's a gorgeous like smoky tone. So it has the little Kisses tag and everything. It opens from this little latch here, and then you have your eyeshadow palette. How cute. Now, the eyeshadows don't smell like chocolate. That would have been like the ultimate kind of add-on if they did that, but I did buy some lip colors from them that do smell like chocolate. So we have this palette that we're going to try out today. I was so close to buying the full PR box of this, but I knew I wouldn't use I think there's a pink and a purple palette that I knew I wouldn't get a lot of use out of, so I just decided to buy what I thought I would use the most. So I thought these were priced really well as well. I think they were about $18 each or so, and I just used my friend Allie's code. I think her code is LED. I'll leave it down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this milky color first. The shades do not have names, I don't believe. Tons of pigment on the brush, and I'm gonna go in to the crease with that. Yeah, these are extremely pigmented eyeshadows, which I love to see that. I love a good pigment and an easy blend when it comes to my shadows. And Glamlite has a great formula. I've worked with a couple of their other palettes, like they have a cute little donut palette that I've used that was really good. And I've been pretty happy with them. I'm gonna cool that down over here with this shade a little bit just to see what that'll do. Yeah, that just adds a little bit more coolness to the look. The other shade we used was pretty warm. I'm going to switch to a little bit of a smaller brush and take this dark brown, of course, in the outer corner. You guys know me and how I like to do my eyeshadow. This is just my go-to. Oh, that's nice. I love when I don't have to build up the color too much, and that's about perfect. I'm just kind of blending that all together, bringing it up into the crease a little bit. I'm going to take that lighter cool tone shade on my lower lash line here. Sorry if you hear a lot of outside noise. My husband and my brother are currently working on their razors outside. They have a big razor event in Texas that they're going to in a couple weeks, so they have been trying to get their razors fixed up and ready to go for that. I would totally come, but I'm not really into the whole driving through the mud and getting dirty. It's like an hour from Dallas that they're going, and I was like, I'll just like come and hang out in Dallas by myself, but I don't know. I don't know how they would get me there. It'd be kind of annoying for them to drop me off, so I'm just gonna stay home and work on some things. All right, I'm gonna dip into this shimmer. It looks like a gorgeous chocolatey bronze, and I did get my brush wet with this one, and I'm going to apply that here. Ooh, that's pretty. They always have the most beautiful shimmers, and you could even build it up. It applies well with a brush and with a finger as well. I'm just gonna leave my inner corner free so I can kind of brighten it up with another shade, but so far I'm really impressed with the palette. It was easy to use. I'm gonna dip into this color here. It's a really pretty cool toned gold, almost like a gold silver mixed, and I'm gonna try and put this in my inner corner. Oh my goodness, I did saturate my brush quite a bit, but it really looks so metallic. So it looks a little crazy right now, but I'm gonna fix it. And then I'll take my other brush and blend that together. So that's pretty much it for the eyes. I'm really impressed with this little milk chocolate palette. I think it's awesome if you're looking for more of a dark smoky kind of palette with browns. This is good. The quality is excellent. Again, the price, you really can't beat it. So I am super happy with this eyeshadow palette so far. We'll definitely see how it wears. But let's move on to under eye concealer. There's not a lot to clean up. It was pretty mess free, but I do want to just get things pretty brightened here. So let's go back in to the Sigma correcting duo here, and I'm just gonna try the light peach under there just to kind of cancel out any darkness. I'm using that same brush, and I'm not gonna put too much product on because I am gonna do concealer over this. So it says you can use it underneath, and this will just be your corrector. So I know corrector had like its time on YouTube a while ago, and I feel like people kind of stopped doing that step. But if you really have those dark under eye circles and you have a lot of like purpley blue under there, using peachy pink to kind of brighten things up is really going to be a game changer underneath your concealer, because you will not see that darkness. So you can see that pretty much covered any darkness that I had, but I definitely want regular concealer too for extra coverage and to make sure that this doesn't like move, but it seems to set pretty well. So I decided to use this KOSAS concealer under there because I've been kind of struggling with it, seeing if I like it, and I feel like it's not enough coverage for me. So I'm thinking, since we kind of have that coverage, extra coverage down, I would try this today and maybe I would like it more. It's supposed to be very hydrating. So I'm just gonna use that same Sigma brush to blend this out. This one's a little bit more yellow toned, while the corrector was more peach. But I definitely think I like the concealer better with the corrector because it definitely added a little bit more coverage that I needed. Okay, I'm so curious about this new powder they also have out that also came in the PR box, but this is their Beaming Glow Illuminating Powder in Fairy Dust. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't like to use a lot of glowy products. I was looking at it online to see what it does, but it does say that you can use it under the eyes to minimize the appearance of pores, blur imperfections, and under eye bags. It's light reflecting, so it's supposed to help lackluster skin and tired eyes. You can also use it to highlight as well, it looks like. So I'm not going to use it all over the face. We'll just try it under the eyes and as like a little highlighter, possibly. Hopefully it's not too glowy. I'm just getting very nervous to try this right now because I don't want it to ruin everything that I did. This is the brush they want us to use for this. It's the Skin Perfector F67 from Sigma. And I'm picking up a light amount of powder to set under here. It's definitely not as glowy as I thought, but I could see it reflecting the light. And it does look a little bit more smoothed and blurred, I feel like, on this side a little bit. I don't know if this is something I would use on the regular. It's not too glowy, but I feel like I prefer like my Huda Beauty like matte powder underneath my eyes. But maybe this will be good. Like maybe it just won't enhance any wrinkles or anything like that and just look a little bit more smooth, but we'll see. That's what it looks like right now. For the rest of my face, I'm going to set with the Makeup Forever powder to go along with the foundation. I think this one is pretty decent. It's just a nice setting powder that works for pretty much any skin type. It's not too like drying or matte or anything like that. I am just going to use some mascara today, no lashes. I'm going to use the MILANI Highly Rated Anti-Gravity Mascara. This one just came out pretty recently, and it has a really fun wand on it. It's like skinny in the middle, thicker on the top and on the bottom. It's supposed to give some really good length and volume. I have used this one once already and I was pretty impressed. So now it's the second time. It's had a little bit of time even to dry out, and I think I'm liking it even more. I'm pretty impressed with this one. And that's how they look. I think it looks so good. Really impressed with this one so far. Okay, for our bronzer, this isn't like a super new product, but it's still like a newer launch. I think this is LUNAR Beauty's latest launch. I got it in a mystery box from them and I've been wanting to try it, and it's like a little contour and highlight palette here. So you have all these different shades to try out, just a little face palette. So I thought we would go ahead and try this out for our bronzer contour today. I'm using my favorite BK Beauty 103 for bronzer. I'm gonna dip mostly into that and then do one little dab into the Tan Sky. Ooh, that looks good. So I'm really liking the shade and blendability of this face palette, but it's not something I would probably go out and buy on my own just because there is a lot of shades going on here. I'm not a huge fan of all these like contour palettes, highlight palettes, because I just want my shades and what works for me. I think an awesome thing if Manny would come out with like singles in the bronzers especially. I think that would be a really good idea. But I mean, I feel like this is not badly priced and I got a really good deal on it. And I do like that you can kind of mix and match to make your perfect bronzer, but there's just a lot of product in here. For blush, I'm a little bit nervous to use this, but we're gonna try it out. This is from the ColourPop Pop Art collection and they have these bright neon blushes. I wanted to try out this pink one. I always like pink mixed with smoky eyes. This is in MEOW and it is a neon pink. I'm gonna try to apply this with a very light hand because I don't know how this is gonna look. And I'll just do a couple taps into that. I mean, sometimes ColourPop blushes are on the lighter side anyway than how they look, so hopefully it's not too crazy. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. That was a little bit more, but this is a very baby pink, and I just heard some thunder outside. It's been a very stormy day, which I love it because we haven't had like a rainstorm in a while here in Iowa because it's always usually snow, and now it's been warming up, so it's about to kind of have a thunderstorm here, but I love that. It makes me want to just sit on the couch and watch TV. I've been binging Love is Blind season 2. It's very good this season. Like, I just keep watching and watching. I started watching it on the plane home. I watched like probably 5 episodes, and now when I'm home I've been binge watching the rest of it. I think I just need to watch the reunion, which apparently was yesterday, so that's next on the agenda. Love is Blind it's a really good reality TV show, but definitely kind of not sure how I feel about getting engaged and married within like 3 weeks of meeting, and the whole point of the show is they don't see each other until they propose, so they're supposed to prove like, is love blind? Do you build a special connection from this person without ever seeing what they look like, basically? So it's kind of a cool concept, but I don't know how I feel about the whole thing. It just makes for good TV. So I like that blush. I think that's gorgeous. It's not as crazy as you would think. I made it look more natural for sure, so really fun one. So I think we're just about done here, and I'm gonna finish up using the Glamlite Kisses glosses. And these are supposed to smell like Hershey's Kisses. They're supposed to be a milk chocolate with almonds, a special dark chocolate, cookies and cream, and milk chocolate, basically. I wonder if they all smell different too. I feel like they all smell the same to me. So I kind of want to try out this one, which this is milk chocolate, just to see if it'll give us some pigmentation. I don't have a lip liner or anything on. I'm just going to use this by itself. Yes, that's beautiful. I love it with the eyes as well. They're not sticky at all. They give you a full amount of color. So far, I really like that color in particular. I'm not sure about the other ones yet, but I feel like they would all apply the same, besides probably the shimmery one might be a little bit more transparent, but I don't know how much I'll use that one. I'm really intrigued about this pink too. So, all right, I think that is everything for today's makeup look. Here's how everything turned out. I think it looks beautiful. I definitely have some thoughts on some stuff, but I want to make sure I wear this makeup for a few more hours before giving my final thoughts. So I will come back and we'll see how this is all wearing, but so far I am pretty impressed. Alright guys, I am back. It's been a few hours and I wanted to update you guys on the makeup and give my thoughts on everything we tried out today. So I did not touch anything up except my lips. I just touched those up now because I did go out for dinner tonight, and I did go ahead and put my pajamas on after because I am like ready to relax tonight. Apparently we're in a tornado watch now, so I don't know what's gonna happen. There might be thunderstorms and hail and whatnot, so probably gonna sit on the couch for the night with the husband, watch some TV shows. So anyways, foundation, we tried the Makeup Forever HD Skin today. I wanted to give a little close-up of how we are looking. I will say it does look pretty nice. This one is a little bit more dewy and it gets oilier faster throughout the day than some of the other foundations that I have tried, but I do feel like that Hourglass primer has really helped it today in keeping it lasting even longer on the skin. But I don't see this one lasting a full 8-hour day for me, just because it already is getting a little bit shiny, and the other times I have tried it, it's been even more. So there's been so many good foundations out on the market lately. Like this month has been, the past couple months have been foundation after foundation launching from so many different companies, and I just don't think this one lands in my top picks for oily skin. But it's a nice foundation. I feel like if you're looking for something natural, if you have a little bit more drier skin, I think that you would actually really enjoy this one, because I don't think it holds up fully throughout the day for me in my skin type. But right now it does look good after a few hours. The skin still looks pretty flawless. As far as the Sigma little corrector duos go, I actually do really like this, especially underneath the eyes. I'll say for the blemishes, it definitely covered up. It had some good coverage, but I feel like it is like showing through just a bit. And I think I like my NARS concealer a little bit more for blemishes, but I really do like this as a starter for when I do feel like I have those darker circles. If I have a lighter coverage concealer to go in with this and kind of diminish that, I feel like it really helped my under eyes just look more flawless throughout the day, because usually my darkness starts coming through really soon, and this really works well with the concealer. So I might try doing this from now on, trying the corrector first and then going in with my concealer on top, because I really like how it is holding up today. And I do feel like the under eyes look really good still. I'm not noticing a ton of settling. I feel like I still see some glitter particles from that setting powder we used under there though. So as much as I do really like these correctors, I feel like the powder, the Beaming Glow, is like a pass for me. Now I probably could have tried it as a highlighter, but I mean, its intentions were to be a setting powder, especially for under the eyes, and I don't want to have glitter under there and a super glow. But it is nice because it didn't really enhance any lines or anything. But for me, I feel like it's a pass for the powder. Personally, I just have a lot better in my collection, and I'm not looking for a glowy powder personally. That's just my opinion. Maybe you guys are looking for that. And yeah, it probably works great as like a lighter highlight, but it's just not, it's not for me. But the corrector I am really enjoying. It reminds me of, I used to have a Laura Mercier one like this, and this is kind of what it reminds me of. I thought that it worked really well. Another huge hit for me was the eyeshadow palette. I especially loved this milk chocolate one. I have not had a chance to try the others yet, but this one is definitely a winner. If you're looking for something more affordable that you could do a really good glam smoky eye with, I think you should definitely try this out. It's such a cute collection. The whole packaging, the aesthetic of it, I love. Also, still loving the MILANI mascara. This is gonna be a new top favorite drugstore mascara for me, I think, this year. It works so good. I feel like I don't need falsies, and I'm always self-conscious about my lashes because I just don't feel like I have a lot there. But this one really kind of boosts them up a bit and gives me the confidence that I need from a mascara. So this one I definitely would recommend. This palette really surprised me. I wasn't sure it was something that I was really going to use. I almost was gonna like resell it from my mystery box from LUNAR Beauty, but I really like our bronzer today. I feel like it's such a flattering color. It doesn't look too muddy on the skin. It just kind of blends in and gives me enough dimension to the face. Do I wish it was a little bit smaller and didn't have this humongous packaging? Yes. But it has its benefits for sure to grab the exact color you want. Like sometimes when I am self-tanned, I need a little bit of a darker bronzer than when I don't have any self-tan on. So that could come in handy for that. I definitely have to try out these lighter powders too and see how that goes on for like setting like under eyes and stuff like that. But performance-wise, this was really great. I really liked it. I did enjoy our little blush as well, the MEOW shade. I thought that one was really fun. It's not as crazy as you would think, but you could definitely build it up to get the color that you want. So just keep in mind that ColourPop blushes usually run a little more on the lighter side of pigmentation, but they build up really nice. I always enjoy their blushes, so I do enjoy this color a lot. And then also from Glamlite, of course, we have Little Kisses lip set. We just used one shade today. I did actually throw this one on as well just to see. It made it like super milky. It wasn't like a flattering color on me, so I don't know if you'll get a ton of use out of all of these shades, but they are pretty cute. This one is definitely my favorite though, and I have a feeling I'm gonna like the dark chocolate chocolate as well, just because those have really good pigment. I love this lip color. It's so comfortable. I like that I don't need lip liner with it, but these two you probably would need it. I wish they had these individually, but it is pretty cute too as a set. They worked well for me, so I would recommend it if you think you would use all of the shades, because I don't think they come separately. But overall, the Glamlite Hershey's is so cute. I love the whole collection so far. But I think that is everything. Hopefully I'm not missing anything that I went over. I thought it would be fun to kind of give my thoughts on some of these newer launches. Let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, if there is anything that you guys are interested in, I will have it linked with everything on my face. I think today's video was a pretty good one. We didn't have too many failed products, a couple misses, but mostly hits in this one. Always love to see that, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I will update you guys further on these products as I use them more in a speed review video. I have one of those coming up soon, but I'm gonna let you go and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!